What is going on, guys? Today I'm going to teach you how to do high to low poly modeling, which will allow you to bake out normals and AO maps to allow low poly models to look high poly. For example, the best example in this scene at the moment, because this is a very low poly model, is this center bit here. So as you can see, that is very, very low polys. The diffuser normal map I think are only 512 by 512, and as you can see, for example here, ignore that black bit, that is just the shading from the actual light where it connects to it. But this example here, it's just literally a flat plane. Alright, my textures went a bit wrong there, but it's going to be attached to a wall so you won't see them anyway. But yeah, as you can see, that looks relatively 3D. So I'm going to basically show you how to do that today. So using this same model, I have also made a high poly model. So this is my low poly, this is my high poly. And as you can tell, this high poly is 281,000 tries, so that obviously won't work in a video game. But basically how to do this is you make your high poly model, which you have here. Then I'll just using this part I'll do today. You make your low poly, which we're just going to use a cylinder. Oh, limited history early on. Hold J to do, like, if you hold J you can like lock the rotation speed. Anyways, so, and then it's a 40, well, we need to make it a bit thinner. A bit more thinner. Delete those faces because we don't need them, because the whole point of doing a low poly model is to try to limit the amount of tries you actually have in the scene. Alright, bring this up here. Let's go to the top view. Push space to there. If you push space, you'll get all your different viewpoints. A little bit thinner, make it a bit bigger, and basically just line it up with your high poly. You can actually do this on the go, you don't actually have to do this separately, because sometimes that's a bit of a bother that you have to attempt to do what I'm doing, lining up. If you do it on the go, like make a low poly then turn that low poly into a high poly, you won't have to do all this moving around. Okay, so we've got that. Let's line it up here. I just accidentally slipped my elbow. Alright, that should work. You can line it up a little bit more to get a better effect. But we're just going to do it now. Now we have to UV map it, which you just go edit UV. Just go into here. I'm not going to go into detail on making a UV look very good. I'm just going to go like this. Go like this, maybe a bit smaller. Get this over here. That bit's only very thin, so that bit's only going to be like that. You can extend it. If we look here, a separate screen showing us this. You just got to make it so it's sort of the right sizes. Push that down. So I'm not going to go into detail on how to actually do the UV mapping. So if you want to learn that, find another video. So basically, or I might actually upload a video on how to do an effective UV map. Alright, so basically the main part we want to have UVs are on the front, so that's the part we make the biggest, as you can tell my UV map. So we make the biggest there. Okay. So after you've done that, that's basically done. So get your low poly, go export selected. I'm just going to put it on my desktop for now. We're going to go light LP, so light low poly. Quickly just add that to a layer and hide it, and select all of that, because my circle bit in the center is separate as well. So select all of it, file, export selected, and just to make sure make sure you're doing an FBX. I apologize for not saying it a second ago. Do an FBX. If you also go into geometry under file types, specific options, go geometry, smoothing groups, smooth mesh, and I think that's about it. Because what that allows you to do is, like, if you've got, for example, smooth mesh and everything, and you haven't actually converted it, I've already converted mine, it will not apply properly. So basically just select those two, and that should be fine. And then just again light HP, so light high poly, export. Now you need to load up So basically you need to download Xnormals if you don't already have it. I'm assuming you won't already have it if you don't know how to do it. So download Xnormals, and when you download it and start up, you'll have a program that looks like this. This looks a little bit confusing, but it's really simplistic. So you just go into high definition and just select your HP one, so your high poly, select your low poly, put them in. So I dragged my high poly into the high definition meshes, and I dragged the low poly into low definition meshes. Then go to tools, ray distance calculator. That will sort of tell the maps like how far away. It will basically calculate how deep the normals need to be and how far away the object is to allow those dents to work, kind of thing. It's hard to explain, but basically when you do a low poly and high poly, you need to click this and you need to get this done. Wait 5 to 10 seconds, this number will change, or it won't, because it actually calculated it that quick. There you go, it changed. And just click stop and then copy results. And what that would do, if I go to my low poly, it will copy that right to there and right to there. Okay, now go to baking options. We're going to bake out normals and AOs because they look nice. We'll bake it to desktop and we'll call it light textures. Make sure you're saving it as a TGA file. I think it automatically does that in Xnormals. Make the size whatever you want. I'll make it 512 because I don't need a big map to do this. If you're making a game, you'll always use smaller maps and everything. I mean, if I go like huge map, that's not really going to work in a game if every object has a 16K map. So I'm just going to use the 512. A little bit of edge padding, I think 4 should be enough. Bucket size is fine. Anti-aliasing is fine, and that should work. Let's bake that out. Alright guys, we are back. Okay, so this is my AO baked out here, and the normal should be put on the desktop like I told it to. So that one should be normals, that one should be my occlusion. We'll close that and close Xnormals. Don't need Xnormals at the moment. Load Maya back up, get rid of that. Okay, so go to your low poly mesh, go right click, hold right click on it, go to material attribute, and click that little box there, file, open, so the little folder there to open. So we call it light, just the occlusion for this one. There we go. So that is it with just the occlusion, which obviously doesn't look that great at the moment, but also remember it's just a flat plane. And then go to bump mapping, click that texture button, file, turn bump to tangent space normals, click that here, and open file. Then we've got to refind it, that one, open, and that is the basic textures done. So as you can see, if I insert a light, it'll make it look a little bit better. Point light. Stuff like normals and stuff always work better in like Marmoset or stuff like that. For those of you who don't know who Marmoset is, it's a rendering program, or even importing this to like UE4. Right, so when I move this around, as you can see, the normals work correctly and it makes the object appear more 3D looking. And then all you do afterwards, you go into Photoshop and then you make a diffuse map, which is your color map. Thank you for watching. As you can tell, I'll show you again. My final object is upside down. Oh, that's odd. Upside down. But thank you for watching. When you do it perfectly correct, you can go into Photoshop and make the normals look a bit deeper and stuff. But yeah, you should have a result that looks similar to this when you do your diffuse and everything. Anyways, yeah. Once again, thank you for watching. I hope this helped anyone that didn't know how to do it. And bye bye.